All right, everybody. Welcome back to the PMA TSSL. That is the Peak Martial Arts Team Stick Sparring League. My name is 5th degree black belt master apprentice Mark Nall, and today I have the super amazing honor of having our first guest commentator. All right, and thank you, man, for coming in the camera. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to have our very first guest commentator, 5th degree black belt, master apprentice from Atlanta, Georgia, or I guess more specifically, Johns Creek, Georgia. Oh, Mr. Jonathan Chapovsky.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you, Master Apprentice Null, for having me on here.
All right. Thank you for coming. This is really exciting. This is what this was meant to be. We are doing the finale today. So we got one more round robin, and we're going to finish it all up today. So each team is going to spar against every other team tonight. We have a ton of matches that we're going to be commentating, and we're super duper excited. Quick breakdown for y'all one more time. Stick sparring is a match between two people where they smack each other with sticks. Hits to the head or the weapon arm is worth 2 points. Hits to the body or the legs is worth 1 point. Hit to the non-weapon hand is a block, and then if you hit to the throat or the groin, that's a penalty and a point for the other team. And then if you drop your weapon, that is also a point for the other team. It's cumulative scoring, so it's going to keep going up and up and up. And then after all the matches, the team with the highest score is going to be the winner. So now let me introduce Mr. Chapovsky a little bit. Mr. Chapovsky is one of my absolute best friends. We've known each other for several years now.
Yes, sir.
We've competed against each other. We've trained together. We are currently both training to test for our 6th degree black belts next year together. And then hopefully, luckily, if we both pass, do our mastership training together, which is very, very exciting. How are you doing today, Mr. Chapovsky?
I am so thrilled to be here with you, sir. I mean, being able to see the next generation of combat sparrers come up and really do the things that we both grew up loving to do is amazing, but also being able to see it from an instructor, from a commentator view, and be able to kind of break it down for the viewers is something that is so special and such a big honor for me to be a part of. And so thank you so much, sir, for having me on here.
Thank you for coming. Like I said, this is going to be super duper exciting. And it's what's really exciting is because you're going to definitely provide another perspective to our viewers. I'm sure they're tired of listening to me talk about this. So
they will never be tired of listening to you, sir.
So, Mr. Chapovsky, tell me a little bit about your experience with stick sparring. What do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? What's your favorite move? Give us a little insight to your stick sparring.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So one of the things that I love about stick sparring particularly is that it is a weapon combat that actually has one of the most practical application aspects to it, right? It is something that really kind of shows you a real world scenario of what if you picked up a bat, a stick, a pool cue, whatever that may be, it gives you a real life perspective of what that match may look like. And something that I teach my students all the time is to spar with that mentality, thinking that, oh, if somebody hits you in the leg, what kind of actual real world damage does that do? If you get hit in the head, what does that real world damage do? And Master Apprentice Null mentioned that, 2 points for the head. Well, why is that? Is because the head is one of the most important part of your bodies, right? So you get hit in the head, especially in a real world situation, you're going to take a nice long nap. So that's what I love about stick sparring. Now, my all-time favorite move is what we call the golden rooster, being able to pop back up as a defensive offensive counter. It's such a fun move, and especially when you fuse it with a hamster wheel, which is a circular motion to the wrist, pop, pop, it is such a fun combo, and it scores a good bit of points.
I'm pretty sure you've hit me with that before. So
I hit by you with it before.
All right. Well, we've got some very exciting matchups. Since we have so many of them, we're going to jump right into it almost. But first, I want to go ahead and lay out the stakes. So we have 3 teams. We have the Black Bears, the Red Pandas, and the Snow Leopards. Current standings, the Black Bears are actually in the lead with a 3-1 record. And therefore, they have the easiest path to taking home the whole enchilada. The Red Pandas are coming in at second at 2-2, and then the Snow Leopards are trailing behind at 1-3, but they are not out. They do need a little bit of luck, though. It's a little bit out of their hands for them to be able to get into the lead. So a lot of stakes, a lot of things going on. Are you ready to jump into it, sir?
I'm so ready. I love watching this.
All righty, so we're going to go ahead and throw it over. We're going to jump into our matches. They are bowing in. So the first match is actually going to be the Black Bears versus the Snow Leopards. So we got the team that's in first and the team that's in third going up against each other. And this is a really fun match because the first time they did this match, they tied. And luckily I had tiebreaker rules set in place. But, man, it was exciting. It was a crazy match. I think it was our highest scoring match, too.
Wow. That is – okay, so we got Snow Leopards on which side?
I got you. So the Snow Leopards are going to be on the left. And blue, even though Jacob's here, forgot his jersey and he's in black. And then the Black Bears are in green. So they're on, I guess, on the right for the screen.
Oh man. So
I love it because Jacob is one of the only ones in our school that spars in what we call our turtle guard here, where that blocking arm is out front, the weapon's actually behind him, and he's got really fast hands with it, though. He's about the only one who spars with it, but he's fast with it.
Well, and I actually spar. That's actually my style of sparring. I love sparring more in that closed style spar because it gives you that front hand to be able to block and then follow up. And I do love that.
So we got Jacob here for the Snow Leopards, and we have Nathan for the Black Bears. So whenever they tied, our tiebreaker rules is they both pick a representative, but if they don't pick the same division, the division that's not picked spars. And so they had to spar the tiebreaker, and Nathan pulled out ahead very closely. So, this is a really fun matchup because they're so close. It looks like Nathan's coming out early with a 3-2 lead. Let's see if Jacob can keep kind of going point for point with him. Oh, he swung and he missed.
Oh, that was good.
2 points.
That was good.
So now we got a little bit of a lead going out for the Black Bears. Like I said, the Black Bears are the ones currently with the advantage to win the whole thing. They're definitely the people to beat. Oh, good stab. Did he get it? And he did. Got the stab.
The key there is to really not telegraph with moving your elbow or shoulder. You're using everything within the wrist. And that's where, there we go. See? You didn't telegraph with your shoulder.
That's right. We always try to treat it like our punch. Like you're punching and then extending with the stick. You don't want to necessarily, because you have the stick, you don't have to pull back. And he switched up his style. So Jake is, coming in a little bit lower,
Well, and
is that already time? Was that 2 minutes? That was. Wow. That was 2 minutes already.
And sometimes you do have to switch up your strategy, especially if you're kind of in that last few seconds of the match,
So now the Black Bears have a pretty sizable lead coming in, 5-10, right? And Liam for the Snow Leopards on the left, Easton for the Black Bears on the right. Liam's got a task here. Now, Liam's got some fast hands, and Easton is super aggressive. So, they're pretty, I guess, opposite of each other.
Yeah, I saw the head strike. That was good.
Woo! 2 points red there. Easton coming in, keeping the lead.
Oh,
whoa, going underneath.
That was perfect.
That's my move right there. That's what I do. I love going underneath strikes.
They're definitely learning from this.
There we go. See, like I said, Liam's got some really fast defensive hands. He makes Easton miss and then capitalizes. So is Easton going to be able to switch it up and kind of tailor his aggression?
And sometimes it's that pull back and then get back in the game that really does get that point for you,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at
that. Whoa, bring it back.
Bring it back, 12-13. It looks good.
Yeah, I like that call. I like the no call there. When the hits at the same time and nobody follows up, then I'm not calling that.
It makes judging easier. You're not worried who got it.
one thing I try to get my students to really focus on is that follow-up, because you can hit at the same time a lot. And with it being such a fast sport, judges, it's hard for them to see sometimes who actually hit first, but they could definitely see who hit second.
Absolutely. And it just shows that you're not going to stop there. You're going to keep going. And in a real fight, that's how it would work, right?
Like you mentioned, that practicality standpoint.
Absolutely.
So Liam definitely able to bring it back, has a slight lead. Let's see if Easton can. Whoa! Good burst in. Get the hit.
They're neck and neck, 15-15. Oh! You tried to Hail Mary that one. Oh,
man. Right at time. No points coming in again.
It's going to be the last people.
15. Now, they are sparring 2 matches against each other. So they're going to get through this, and then our first match is going to come back and spar again. So they spar 2 matches against everybody. So now we have Jonah versus Lexi. Jonah for the Snow Leopards, Lexi for the Black Bears. And again, these are 2 very aggressive people. Jonah actually had to, in one of their losses, spar for Liam. So he's had to spar 4 matches total before. So I'm looking for him to be able to, like, really help his team and kind of carry it.
That was a good block. See, do you see how he's blocking when with a close stance, right? That's why I like to spar in that style, because it gives you a chance to block with that front arm. See? Block with that front arm and then go with that back arm.
Last testing cycle, we did a whole lot of block and counter drills. We really focused on it. And that's what I love to see, is whenever he's breaking it out.
Absolutely.
But sometimes it doesn't pan out.
But in a real life situation, like we talked about, is that not everything may work, but definitely using those blocks and protect yourself is going to protect you a lot more. I would much rather deal with the
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Did he get it? He got it to the line.
That was good.
Keeping it close. Like I said, this team, like the Snow Leopards, with the lower record, with the 1-3 record, like it doesn't tell the story, because like these matches are so close that, like, it's all, like I said, their first loss against the Black Bears was in a tiebreaker. So, like, you know, the butterfly on the wall, you know, could have been the thing that tipped it over the edge.
Absolutely. See, it's interesting when you start to watch everybody sparring, and start to understand the strategy behind the teams, because sometimes order plays a big importance.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right, so Lexi's been able to get a pretty good lead here, 24-20. We can't quite, and that was time.
Ooh.
No point. Oh, was it? Maybe. Oh, I guess I misheard it. I thought it was time. 1 point again. So increasing that lead. Black Bear.
There it is. That's time.
No, that was stopping time. It was starting time, because apparently I think Jonah needs new hand gear. Come see me after class. That was time.
There it goes. Okay.
So now the Black Bears have a sizable lead, 26-20. We're coming into the second set of matches, back to the top with Jacob versus Nathan. And last time, Nathan came out with a 5-point lead.
Well, and I'll tell you something. One of my students before had it was a 10-point finish and had 9 points to 2 points. So a pretty sizable lead. And sometimes when you are up that much, sometimes people get a little complacent or too comfortable. So what I teach people is never, ever, ever get too comfortable with that lead. Always spar as if you're behind on points, right? That you may, that you still may lose. It's not over.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of confusion out on the floor. The last time Senior Master Bolduc actually judged with us was the very first match, where we only did 1 round for the team. So she hasn't seen she hasn't judged the 2 rounds. So she was trying to switch teams there whenever it's not time to switch teams. So now we're back to the top. Confusion's ended, and we're good to go. Whoa, man. Make him miss and hit him in the head.
See, he's coming back up.
So, like I said, he switched, I think, a little bit too late in that last match. He switched this Olympic guard, is what we call this, where the stick's down. He switched to that when he only had like 20 seconds left to spar. But now he's starting this, and already, I mean, he lost that one, but already getting the comeback.
And a lot of it's about trying to figure out the strategy, right, behind how someone else spars. So sometimes you have to, within the round, you've learned how your opponent spars. Now you've got to adjust to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so scores coming back. Great strike from Nathan. Now, we were talking about this because we had to watch. We were watching these two spar the other day, and Nathan has a very either burst or counter play. It's either he's either flying in or he's waiting, or he's trying to make you miss. And like it's very feast or famine, as we're seeing now. The first match, he had a huge lead because that burst was bursting in over that turtle guard. But now Jacob's really crawled this back, and he's got a lead going on. Right now it's 30-29.
Yeah, it's neck and neck on those. Oh, love those stabs. Love those stabs.
Oh, it was missed. Senior Master Bowler like Nathan's there.
But, you know, just to that point, though, the way that the judges position themselves plays a big role, too, because there may be a clear shot, but if the judge doesn't see it, they're not allowed to call it.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I love seeing – I talked a lot about this in our first several matches, in the first couple matches of the whole thing. I love when I see split decisions from the judges because that means that they're actually calling what they see and not just kind of like going with what everybody else does.
Exactly.
That can definitely be like a problem sometimes in judging. Oh, I love making a miss. I love going under strikes.
I saw so many people do it, and I love it. They're so fun. Oh, you saw that?
Wow, man. Again, like I said, Leah will make people miss and then get them. And so
saw that fake. It's a good fake. It's like pop, pop, high, low.
Oh, Easton's got to figure something out here. He's got to switch it up, get a game plan here. Now these guys, oh, did he get it? No, they didn't like it. They didn't like that. I like that fake, though. He went high, got to the leg. Don't miss. Whoa!
Well, Easton keeps putting his foot out a little bit further, right? So that's what he's getting caught on it, is that the leg's out and his weapon's back. And boom, see, he got it, right? Leg came out. So,
Yo, that was beautiful. So what I like to do is I like to kind of teach people we want to inch. You don't want to start from so far away. You want to try to like play the line, toe the line of that distance. There we go. All right. He's coming back a little bit. 36-33, still the lead for the Snow Leopards.
That was good.
Great burst in to hit the hand. Burst in, hit the forearm. Love it.
Oh.
Right underneath it. That's my move. I'm telling you, that's my move. 39.
It's interesting how, from our perspective, we see it from the center judge, but corner judges see it a little different, right?
Oh, so, absolutely. Oh, no. The Butterfinger curse of the Black Bears is still going on. For some reason, these bears didn't get their honey. Got into the butter instead.
That's right. They look similar sometimes.
Oh, you hate to see it, but we got a 6-point lead for the Snow Leopards right now. Time's going down. 2 more points for them. Liam is, like I said, Liam is carrying these Snow Leopards right now, getting them a huge advantage coming into this last match. So last time this actually happened, and Lexi was able to bring it back to the top. So we're going to see what happens here.
They got a great lead on that. On the last match, they pulled out a big lead, so they picked that up.
And even with the lead, Jonah just rushes in and gets some points. I love it. He's got to be careful, though. Like, if you run in they know you're coming. They see the run, so they can so easily just hit you as you come in.
And unless it's a tactic, which he got 2 points, so that was good. But unless it's a tactic, you can telegraph a lot when you run, and that's gonna give away points.
Oh yeah, here we go. Lexi's crawling back here. Still has a long way to go. 46-38.
There we go. Ooh,
No, they didn't call those shots. They waited. Still gave it to her. Wow. 39-46. Again, like I said, crawling her way back. Now, this is the last match, so Lexi does have to come back all the way. It looks like she's got just a minute left. I know we can't really see the time, but man, she's
definitely
just
coming
going.
in aggressive for sure. She's coming in real aggressive.
I mean, you have to.
Mm-hmm. When you've got that last match and you're down points, you've got to do something because the other person can just wait it out. You're on it, right? If you're behind.
I would love, because unlike in regular tournament, you don't allow coaching. However, in this team sparring, I do allow the teams to help their partners out. And I would love to hear, the Snow Leopards, telling them circle, move, defense, not run away, because you never want to do that. That's unsportsmanlike. But you have a huge lead. She's crawling back. It could be so easy for her to come back and get the tie again. That's 4 points.
Oh, man, it could be close. 4-point difference.
There we go. He got the 2 points there, and that's time.
Oh, bravo.
So the Snow Leopards are started their comeback story. Comeback story, and now they have this is a mandatory win coming up. They have to win against the Red Pandas again. If they win both their matches, and then the Black Bears lose to the Red Pandas, then we have a 3-way tie for closing this thing out, which I have thought about tiebreakers if at the end of this there's a tie between the teams.
Never underestimate the underdogs.
I'm telling you. So right now, the Red Pandas are about to come in and spar the Snow Leopards. Now, the Black Bears get a rest here, right? That was the benefit of them coming into this day in first place, is they get an entire match of rest. The Snow Leopards have to spar again immediately, and then after this match, the Red Panthers are going to have to spar the Black Bears immediately, so they don't get a break between their two sets.
So they're immediately going for it. That's great. But it really tests out your endurance, right? I mean, that's what? It's going to be 2 minutes. It's 4 minutes, so a possible 8 minutes of continuous sparring. I mean, that's
8 minutes of sparring. This is where, we have, for those of you listening, we have sparring class on Friday nights where we do 30 minutes of continuous sparring, 2-minute rounds and 30-second rest. This is where this will pay off. That class pays off right here.
Absolutely. That is a very important class, not just for sparring in general, but your overall conditioning for martial arts as a whole. So I would highly recommend anybody to do sparring class. Always, always, always.
So now with this match, I'm gonna give you a little bit of history here. This is the Red Pandas is our mismatched team is what I'm gonna call them, right? This is where the biggest gaps in experience come in. Because right now we have Jacob, who just sparred. He's first-degree black belt. Got his first-degree black belt a couple months ago against Michael, who is a third-degree black belt. He's been doing this since the old Tiger program, so he's been doing this for a long, long time. He's got a ton of experience. However, the lowest-ranking person is a camo belt, and that is the Red Panda's third member.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting fight for sure.
The next lowest rank is recommended black belt, which is Jonah on the Snow Leopards. And that's who sparred, Jonah versus Sanvi. And so what happened was after the first week, we had some people that had to drop out. And so we had to fill some spots. Sanvi stepped up to fill a spot, even though she'd only ever had one testing cycle of sparring experience, has stepped up and has improved a ton coming into this.
When this
So
just shows that competition, it's not about winning and losing competition. It's about self-evaluation. It's about learning how to make yourself better and watching where did you do well, where did you come short a little bit, and it's self-evaluating, getting back to the drawing board and starting all over. And it's something that's going to make you better a lot. That's
absolutely. So now we've got a slight lead for the Snow Leopards coming into this first match, 6-5. Jacob getting the upper hand on Michael here. Sticking with that Olympic starring aggressive style. Michael's got some really fast flicks. He's got some really fast fan strikes, or what we call Rolexes, and guillotines. And he's got really fast wrist movement. You can't underestimate it. Whoa, that was time. First match.
7-6. It's a pretty pretty close.
So now we have Spencer versus Liam. Now Spencer is going to be competing at the upcoming Gainesville tournament. So this is great practice for him. And what I'm looking, last time these guys sparred, it was awesome because I saw so much adaptation between them. Right,
Mm-hmm.
like they both changed so much in the middle of their matches. And Spencer comes to Friday night sparring. He spars against me on Friday nights, and he's got some really good follow up, some really fast hands. You know, he's got to watch out because Liam loves going for those feet.
Well, and what's interesting is that you said that they come spar you. Do you spar with them as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get out on the mat and we go at it. These guys come and beat me up all the time.
I love it. Sparring your instructor is really going to help you see how much growth you're doing, especially that when you start to score more points or get closer to scoring points on your instructor, that's when you start to feel like, okay, I'm getting better, I'm learning.
And honestly, like, I love it because when you spar someone who is, you know, this isn't like a flex here, but when you spar someone who's just like way ahead of you in skill level, you know, like you're going to get beat, right? But like, that's the best practice. Like,
absolutely,
that is the best practice, because then when you spar somebody back on your skill level and you're used to such a high level,
exactly,
it's a night and day difference.
100%. I literally say that exact thing verbatim. You're not going to get better sparring someone who's smaller. And a lot of times, in the moment, it may feel good beating someone who's smaller, but that doesn't make you better. Sparring somebody who's significantly above your ability level is how you're going to get better.
Absolutely.
We actually hosted an inter-school tournament this past weekend, and we had one student who's a brown belt go up and compete and beat a third degree.
Woof! Awesome.
And the reason he got beat that third degree is because he practiced with black belts. You know, got kicked around a lot, but learned.
Man, these matches are flying by. It's 15-11. And this is Savi's got to, come up big for her team right now. Like I said, this is the huge experience gap here, but she's got to.
There you go, girl.
Okay, I like that she's getting in aggressive, because, when you're a new spar and you're kind of intimidated, the worst thing you can do is really wait. That's the hardest thing to do is to wait.
Right. And why give them the opportunity to try to strike, try to go after it, try to go for the points. Now you see her weapons behind her.
Mm-hmm.
I would put a little bit more in front. So that was her wrist, because she got scored on a couple times on that wrist.
So Jonah's jumping up to the lead. I think Jonah's definitely coming out to do better, because last time they sparred, Savi got the better of him, actually. There we go. We did get a point for Savi, 24-12.
There you go. Come on. Nice.
There we go.
Kind of hard not to root for that pink combo weapon, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There we go. Great speed. There we go, Savi. There we go. Awesome. And this is what I actually love, is like, there's an age gap, there's an experience gap, and Jonah is doing a very good job of not taking it easy on her, but very much controlling himself, and that's what really this is all about, is learning control. We have to defend ourselves, but we also got to know when to control it.
Mm-hmm. It's about helping your opponent learn, or your partner learn, not just try to destroy them just to do it.
Exactly. 1 point red. There we go. More points for Zombie there. Getting it back. 29-16. So now the Red Pandas have a task ahead of them. They've got to get some points. They definitely are capable of doing it. The big thing is I need Michael to get aggressive. Mr. Michael here, he is so defensive, and it's very good. He's very good at being defensive, but if he's got to go get some points now.
Right. It's that last person of the trio that kind of has to play a little bit more of that defense, and then the first really got to go for those points. What happens is that their third person either plays defense or has to go for those helmet points. And based on the lineup, it's better for him to really go for those points right now to help Zombie be able to play a little bit more defense at the end. There you go. Ooh, that was good. There's a hamster wheel that he just did.
Good burst in for Jacob there. I would like I said, I think Michael's got to get going. He loves going for that weapon hand, but notice Jacob has put it behind him. He's in that turtle guard again, and that has taken a lot of Michael's game out of it. That is a wonderful adaptation for this sparring match.
Just got those 2 points there.
You're still at a deficit. You got to go. You got to push in.
Well, I think Jacob's strategy is that he's trying to block and counter. That weapon's going to go in. He's going to put that hand back out and then pop it with the weapon. There you go. See?
Yeah. Jacob does not have to go after him, and he realizes it. And Michael's got to realize he's got to be the aggressor. I think they only have about 10 seconds left.
12-point deficit. 13-point deficit. Said moments like this, you got to go. Like, you don't really have a choice to sit there and play around. Got to go for those points.
1 point blue there. Snow Leopards are coming in. They had a journey to do.
Go. Hop.
They gave it to the leg shot again.
A lot of times it's about positioning yourself. So when you position yourself where the 2 corner judges can see your points better, you're in a good spot. Oh, there you go, Michael. Good job.
What I love about this is Wednesday night, I actually had Jacob and Nathan in class, and we were working on circling and distancing with it, using it to either gain distance or close distance. And Jacob is doing a very good job of moving circles around the ring, and Michael is following him. Since he's following him, he's not closing distance. Woo! Coming out of the gate.
See, we know we got to get those points. We don't have a choice. Boom. Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
Spencer's got to be a little bit smart about this. You got to be aggressive, but you got to hit him. You got to make him miss, right? You got to get the points in there. No points there. He's got a task here.
There you go.
There we go. Make him miss.
Okay, 1 point. All right. And what's interesting that I try to remind spectators, parents, and other instructors that watch is that perspective plays such a huge role in combat scoring that there may be a score scored and we see it, but unless the judges see it, it won't count. There you go.
See, Spencer made him miss twice, but only followed up with 1 strike. Since he only followed up with the 1 strike, he didn't get any points off of it, right? And so, when you make a miss, that's when you have to capitalize. That's when you burst in, right? Make a miss and then go. Make a miss and then go. But, if you only go with the 1, you're not going to get it.
Just kind of giving them a chance to come back at you.
He came in really hot, and then now he's slowing down. Again, these Red Pandas, if they want to win this, they got to go. There we go. Get those 2 points.
Oh, that was a good headshot.
2
heard
points,
that
40 to 27.
That was like a boom headshot.
Oof, man, I tell you what, this is coming. Like, I'm sorry, like, the story of the Snow Leopards is happening. The story of the Snow Leopards is happening. They had to come in and win 2 matches. They had to beat the Black Bears. They had to beat the Red Pandas. And right now they are on track to do it. They have a significant point lead. And, you know, that this is the big gap. You know, Zombie's got to come in and do something here to get them back on the board. And it's a tall task.
And with this being the last match, if I was Blue, I was just staying tight. You know,
Yeah,
if I was Snow Leopards. And I would make the other team have to work for it. So, as of right now, doesn't look like they're gonna win, but you never know. Oh, good zombie.
There we go.
That was good.
That's why you don't go in. Don't go in. You just what?
Oh,
they gave it to him. 2 points for her. Let's go. You know oh man, a lot of stakes on this. A lot of stakes. There we go.
Yes, look, Zombie's getting those points. She knows.
Getting those points. This is what we need.
Ooh, look at that.
No, still getting it again. You know, this strategy is don't go in. You know, you can go in. You can go in and get those points. Maybe it works out, but you don't have to. You saw it from Jacob. You saw it from Liam. Both of them played it safe. Jonah's not playing it safe. And, yeah, he's getting some points right now. But you got to be careful. You're opening yourself up.
And it's to that point that, like, when you're ahead and you start to try to, I guess, go for a lot of points without the proper strategy, it's possible you can lose that match instead of getting the points you want.
That's right. There we go. Another point for Zombie here. And here's the thing is that we talk about the mismatches and experience and whatnot. And, you know, the Red Pandas are at a disadvantage in this match, but they have very high advantages in their other roles. You know, and it's a team match. You know, you got to go in, you got to adjust, you got to get the points for your team. And, you know, Zombie's maintaining this deficit. So, it's not, there's a lot of contributing factors to the Snow Leopard win.
There it is.
All righty. So, the story of the Snow Leopard comeback is real. It is real right now. They are currently 3-3 as a record. The Black Bears are 3-2, and the Red Pandas are 2-3 right now. So it all really comes down to this next match, Red Pandas versus the Black Bears, to see what happens here. This is gonna be crazy. Now, for the watchers, here we're going to talk about tie-break rules, right? We don't want to get caught in an infinite loop of tie-break matches. So if the Red Pandas win, all 3 teams are going to have 3-3 records, and then all 3 teams are going to have head-to-head records on each other, right? So it's a true tie between the 3 teams. If that's the case, what's going to happen is we're going to go by points scored, total points scored over the entirety of the league. Total points scored over the entirety of the league. So we won't actually crown anyone tonight. Woo! 2-2. Starting off very close.
She's going aggressive there.
Gave it to him. So again, this is Michael's very defensive.
Right.
Nathan's very bursty. It's who's faster, the defense or the offense. Oh man.
Yeah, Michael's like, nope, I'm changing strategy here.
Well, if you notice, Nathan is not circling. That's the big difference here. When Jacob was going up against Michael, he was circling. And with that circle, Michael wasn't closing that distance, inching in. There's no inches because it was a circle. Michael's able to inch in and then use that hand speed to smack that leg. 5-3 for Nathan.
Hey, there he is. He's circling around. There you go. Good.
Good burst in, 2 points. Nathan coming out to a big lead here. Now, he did come out to a big lead against Jacob in their first match against the Snow Leopards, and we saw how that turned out. So it's definitely a marathon.
Well, and then a lot of those points, like when they're doing really quick strikes, some of those strikes may not be counted because they're not good, solid strikes. So that's very important to make those big, solid strikes.
We call those whack-a-moles. We don't want whack-a-moles.
That was a solid strike. Good job, Mike.
Good. 9-4. Good 5-point lead right now for Nathan. Pushing it ahead even more. And that's time.
Good job.
Is this not the exact score we had? Nathan versus Jacob, first match of the Snow Leopards versus Black Bears?
Michael needs to change his game up a little bit.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. We got Easton versus Spencer. Now, again, we watched Easton last time get really aggressive, not adapt too much, and Liam come out with a big point lead. There's my move. Go under it. So let's see how Spencer is going to adapt to try and get back. Right now, Easton's coming in. He's going fast, and he is putting on a show right now.
Oh,
so,
my God.
I like whenever you – go ahead, sir.
Oh, no, I was going to say, but you see the two judges are calling those 2 points because the way the direction of the swinging is right there in front of the judges, hitting right to the head. And so they see it, whereas the center judge wouldn't see it. So that's why the center judge wouldn't call it. It's good.
Oh, man, this is getting a lot here. This is going to be a big deficit to have to come back from. This is where, like I said, circling is so important. Being able to move, because like when you have somebody coming at you very aggressively, they're going to come at you in that straight line. So stepping off to a side, if you know they're coming at you, as soon as they say go, step off to the side. Create that cut, create that angle, and that's going to give you a lot more advantage of either hitting them first or just confusing them altogether.
20-7.
I feel like sorry, go ahead, sir.
I was just saying, but do you see? I mean, you've got Blue is really going for as many points as they possibly can, so that way they can play defense in the last match.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you notice the amount of strike, this is what I would like to address with my Red Pandas right now is, Mr. Michael did it, and it looks like Spencer's doing it too. Really just going for that weapon hand a lot. It is a prime target. It's a good target. But, like, if that's your only target, all they have to do is move their hand back and you miss.
100%.
So, like, you should be, even if you're aiming for the hand, you should be extending through toward their body. You got to commit. You can't be – if you're going to get aggressive, you got to go. That's the big thing. So, we got a huge lead, 22-8 right now. We got Lexi versus Zombie again. So, the red Zombie's got to come out here, and she's got to do something because huge gap in points right now for the teams.
By the end of these competitions, there's gonna be a "Let's Go Zombie" T-shirts.
Oh, that'd be so awesome! 1 point there. Here we go. 9-22. The Black Bears have a huge lead. 2 points for Zombie there.
Yeah, go get it, girl. Good job.
Already doing a great for her team, trying to cut that lead down a little bit.
Okay. All right. We see Lexi's just holding it back. See? Just holding it back, just making sure, okay, well, blog, maybe getting a point or two, but really just kind of waiting for Zombie to have to do something.
Oh, yeah. Great example. Great example perspective there. They were at an angle. There was a no point. 2 points for Zombie, 1 point for Lexi. Different perspectives. different point calls.
There you go. See that follow-up? That made it.
That's what we want. That's what we want. 27-11 right now. 29-11. The red panda's got to do something here. They've got to be able to, get some points in this round. Like there's nothing else to it. They got to go. They have to get aggressive.
The red pandas, they're the ones. The burden's on them right now, right?
But it's possible. It's so possible. To just turn around and come out and get 20 more points. If the deficit can be done one way, it could definitely be done the other way as well.
And I really hope that they don't see their deficit and think that they're done, because that's where it's a mental game at that point, right? Do you look at it, the score, and we'll never come back from it, instead of if we come back from it, it's how can we come back?
That is absolutely a great point. Mentality plays so much in this game. I've been down before and been able to bring it back. You've been down before, able to bring it back. It can happen. You just have to have the mentality to do it. You got to get the game face on. You got to start it up, and you have to go.
Especially once you get into the advanced combat style, it's more of a puzzle. You're trying to figure out the strategy. That's really what it is. What can I do with X to achieve Y? What can I do here to make sure I get those points? How can I adjust and mold myself to the person that I'm playing?
Great start for Michael right now. He's already gotten 4 points. What was that called? No points. I like that. I couldn't quite see what happened. Here we go. They're getting into it.
Yeah.
Great burst in. Great burst in. He tried to pick his foot up. You see that? He tried to step over the strike. See, this is what Red Pandas need. Start getting it. Bring morale up. It can happen. And now Nathan's getting aggressive and going in.
Well, they're seeing that the Pandas come back. They don't want those points scored. Oh,
went for the jump.
Ah,
didn't get it. Like I said, though, this is the difference. Michael's circling around to close distance as he should, because Nathan's not circling back to keep the distance separate. And with that, he's able to get in to make these exchanges. Jacob, when in their match, circled with him and stayed at the edge, and so Michael never closed the distance because he was never cutting. He was never cutting his path. He allowed him to circle.
Yeah, there it is.
Points are coming back. Points are coming back. You just saw Mr. Hyatt step on a board and kick it out of the way. They get a little bit bigger ring now. 1 point for Blue here, keeping the lead, 38-20. This is definitely going better, but it's got to go better.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Michael. That was a good one.
Here we go. Those legs are getting eaten up. Now, we saw this last time, too. Nathan came out to a lead against Jacob in the first match, and then Jacob came back and did better. And that was time. So, got some of the points back. Possible.
19 point deficit.
Spencer's got to have a big match here. He's got to be able to go and get some points. The interesting thing is, does Easton pull off the throttle a little bit? Does he go defensive? I have not seen him be defensive yet. He is aggressive. He's an aggressive spar. Yes, he's seen Mr. Bolden, caught it, saw the ring size. That's where you really see her experience as a judge here. We've had a couple of judging things. This has been practice for our judges, right, as well as our students. But you definitely see the experience Senior Master Bolden has of noticing everything in the ring, noticing the point score, noticing the ring size, noticing the competitors, noticing the judges, noticing everything all at once. That's what makes a good judge.
Absolutely. And that's the thing that I remind all of the students that I help learn how to judge is if you're running a ring, you're the center judge, you need to keep it on the time, the score, the judges, the gear, like you're watching everything.
There we go, Spencer, getting that point.
Boom. Wrist strike? No? Oh.
So Issa's not letting off the throttle here, and he's getting his points. So this is, whoa, great. See, make him miss, then follow up. That's what he's got to do. Make him miss, then follow up with multiple strikes. Not just one, multiple. That was beautiful. Boom, boom.
There it is. Yep, he got the point. We got a lot of points to catch up, though. Come on. Oh, give it. Oh, take the point. There it is.
Make a miss, follow up. Oh, beautiful shot to the arm. They only gave him one, though. I thought it was two. It's
I thought it was two, too. That one was two. Good job.
There we go. If he could add just a hop to that, like you said, that golden rooster, that, jump back straight down when they go low, that could be 3 point. That's a huge swing.
Absolutely. When you do 3 of those, you're closing the gap so fast. Out of jump. Somebody out of jump.
Great follow-up.
I knew it.
Great follow-up. Getting the points back. And then Easton just answers. I would have loved to see these matches from the Red Pandas from the start. The first round really put them in a hole, and they're doing a good job. They are clawing back. That means they are winning these matches point-wise.
Right.
But, it's not enough right now. So Samvi's got a huge task ahead of her. Let's see if she can pull it off. 17-point difference. Let's get after it. Here we go.
The question is, Sami's going to have to be really aggressive. Oh, she's doing it.
Got some points.
16 points. 16
which,
points.
Lexi's the one stepping in, though. Lexi's stepping in here and getting hit. So, circle, be defensive. You don't have to go for this, but you can and get 2 points if you want.
Man, look at that. This team may break the record so far for the most points for a win.
I don't know. The points, it's like 70 something right now is the record. And both teams had it.
Gosh.
But that was our match that tied. Is like at the end of it, both teams had like 70 points. It was crazy.
That's nuts. It's a lot of points.
I would like to count. I would like to go back and count the amount of points gotten from each member of the Red Pandas, because I think honestly Samvi's gotten most of the points with her team almost between the 2 matches at least.
I'm telling you, them Go Samvi shirts. Yeah.
Whoa, there we go, getting some points there. There we go, keeping it even.
Good jump.
Keeping it even.
3.
Senior Master called it. Mr. Axum didn't. I did not see Mr. Hyatt's call,
3
though.
points. It was 3.
It was 3. There we go.
Yep.
Point for Samvi there. Oof.
Oh, there's a jump. Oh, no.
1 point. Samvi got it first, though.
Good job, Samvi.
2 more points there. Again, she's getting faster with those hands. Another point there. Getting it, bringing the lead back. Keep those hands going fast.
Ooh.
And there it is. Lexi gets it for going in. Keep it at a 20-point. And that was the match. Wow.
She brought it back. She's good. She's very good.
What a wonderful match. With that, we have a winning team. The Black Bears have won the Team Stick Sparring League.
Good job.
Give them a hand. That was awesome. We had an awesome comeback story. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to quite pan out for them. But, man, those were exciting
Amazing
matches. Whoa. And with that, we're going to bring it back to the desk. Mr. Jabowski, what are your thoughts right now?
Let me tell you something. First of all, beyond impressed with your students, sir. I mean, they've got the analyzation of opponents, the moving in, up, down, leveling. Obviously, the master apprentice null move of hitting. It works. I mean, you can clearly see.
Black one.
But it's amazing. And honestly, for those of you who are watching, I mean, really, really using all of the different strikes, wrist strikes, striking low, jump,
Mhm.
switching the strategy. Not one shoe is going to fit everybody, right?
Absolutely.
You have to.
And that's a skill that we try to work on in class. Of like, we have 4 different basic guards we use, and you find one you like, spar in that one, have a backup just in case, and then by the time you reach black belt, you should be able to transition between all 4 of them, as a situation needs. I'm not saying I don't, there's some guards I don't go to very often, but I can, and like
Right.
that's the important part.
And a lot of times, based on who you, and this is where a lot of people miss, they know things that work for them, but they forget that if they try to spar somebody that's significantly taller, their strategies may not work, right? Or vice versa, significantly shorter. Their strategies may not work, so you have to be fluid and malleable to be able to adjust to who you are going to spar. So important.
Well, I just want to say that was amazing.
It was amazing.
Great matches today. I want to have a big, big thank you to Master Apprentice Jonathan Chaposky here for joining us. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in and guest commentating with us. It was a pleasure to have you. You provided so much knowledge. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to join you and be able to see your amazing students at work. And maybe we need to get our league over there to you guys.
Yeah, there we go. That would be so awesome. So, yes, thank you, everybody, for watching. That is going to be the end of the very first iteration of the Team Stick Sparring League. The Black Bears coming on top, winning it all. Big shout out to them. There'll be some time off, right? And then we will be doing another league coming up in the next couple months as well. Maybe more teams, maybe different participants. It's going to be exciting. We're going to sign off for now. Thank you all so much for joining us, watching us. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you,
and
sir.
We'll catch you all next time.